So we have arrived. I got lost again. I have the worst sense of direction. Even Google Maps couldn't help me. But we are at Black Box Fitness, about to head into the Brand X seminar and watch the guys drop knowledge bombs on everything good about kids and teens fitness.
So these foundational movements are very important to us. We consistently work on these foundational movements and want to see them applied at appropriate intensity. Keegan talked about intensity earlier this morning. When we talk about appropriate intensity, we want to see these kids being able to accomplish movements well, safely, effectively, and efficiently at appropriate intensity. In other words, if we give them points of performance, look, your back needs to be straight in a neutral position. Your knees need to be in line with your toes. Your hips need to start back and down. These are points of safety and efficiency in a squat.
The first is specialization. So if a child comes to you and they've been playing only a single sport since they were 3 years old and they're still playing that single sport at 12 years old, we need to, as their coaches, look into what that sport requires of them and look at what the sport is not providing for them so that it doesn't lead down to injury later on down the road. If they've been playing a sport for 9 years, every single day out of the year, for multiple hours a day, all of a sudden you have overuse injuries. So it's definitely something that we need to understand what they're missing from their sport, what they're not getting. So we're strengthening antagonist muscle groups, we're strengthening their core, we're really making sure that their shoulders and their knees are in proper positions, all of that good stuff.
So we are back at Black Box Fitness. We are up the north for day 2 of the Brand X seminar. Yesterday was an amazing day. We got loads of information covered on how to set up, how to run, and the reasons why you should coach kids and teens in the Brand X method way. Today on day 2, it is cold up in Belfast. It is cold today, but we are still here getting like some great knowledge bombs from Jeff Martin, Keegan Martin, Kevin Don, and Sophie, the newest addition to the Brand X team. Amazing day. So let's go back in and learn some more.
That whatever I choose allows me to move more weight. Okay? So, more muscle mass involved, more weight must be lifted. You can't get stronger if you lift a lighter weight. Not possible, right? You get stronger by lifting heavier weights. You'll be able to lift heavier weights in a low bar squat because of this. So this here is what we call a class 1 lever. Okay? So when we've got a load out here, at the very end of the lever arm, it's heavier than if the load is closer to the pivot point. Okay? So the pivot point in the squat is going to be where in your body? Hips, exactly. Okay? So it's hip drive involved. So if the load is closer or further down my back and closer to the pivot point, then it's going to feel a little bit lighter, which is going to facilitate me lifting more weight.
We're on the vlog now. This girl is Sophie. All right, I'm going to introduce you to Sophie now, and I'm going to turn it to you.
Hi.
So this is Sophie from Brand X. Sophie has a very interesting story. How many years? When did you start training?
I started when I was 5, and I'm 18 now, so that was 13 years.
13 years training history. And what are you here in Northern Ireland doing?
I'm helping out with one of the coaching seminars.
Helping out. She's part of the seminar stuff. Sophie did your first seminar speaking in front of people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Only for the fact that you could tell that Sophie's young. You would not know that this girl was her first time ever speaking in front of a bunch of adult coaches. And that is a very hard thing to do if you know what we're talking about. But how did you find it?
I was a little nervous, but all the information that I'm teaching is really, really fun and it's important to me. So that made it not so bad. I just need to focus on talking slower.
Talking slow, alright, yeah, especially in Ireland, because the feedback in
Yeah.
Irish people is not great.
Yeah.
You doing good? We don't say a lot. But one of the things that I noticed when you were doing, you were talking, is because you've done like 13 years and you've done Brand X and you've done multiple sports as well, that exercise conditioning is just kind of fun for you.
It is. Yeah.
Like going for, see that it is the excitement in her from just like in conditioning. So that's just like amazing. So if kids were, so you started with 5, so if kids were to do like Brand X training or find centers that are like run off the Brand X method, what's going to happen to them like when they become teenagers is just a general daily want to exercise.
Yeah, and it's not just like the excitement about exercising, because I know a lot of kids grow up with the idea that like, oh, like, you know, exercising is like not fun. It's horrible. Like, oh, I have to go to the gym. Like that's what everybody says. But at the Brand X method, like growing up with that, it was always fun. And so I definitely think if kids grow up with that, and that's their image of fitness, then they're gonna be going to the gym as long as they live. And not only that, but I think it's especially important for kids as they grow up, especially when they're teenagers, is that they'll have the confidence knowing that they're strong enough to do anything that they want.
Yeah.
Like they won't be afraid to try new things, because just because somebody's been doing it since they were 3 years old doesn't mean like, hey, I can try that now and I can get good at it.
Yeah.
So and also knowing that you can start a sport and know that you'll be safe doing it because you know how to move safe and you know exactly what that is, what that looks like, what that feels like. So it's a great motivation to like go try anything. Like maybe you find out about a new sport that like you never knew before and you're like, I want to try that, because I've done so many different things with the Brand X method with my body. I've trained almost everything. I have the strength to do anything I want. So I can go do that. And that's what makes it so fun, is because you can like go try things, and like maybe your friends are doing one sport and you go join them because you can. And
Yeah.
It like at first there's like the learning curve of actually learning the sport, but then you can excel in whatever you do.
And just the benefits of everything that we do when we run at FSM for Brand X, and what Brand X are actually doing is amazing. And when people ask me about like, does it work? This is real life proof of what can happen, and be excited about exercise. So we want to get kids excited about exercise. We can prove it. Real life human here can do it. And then just talking first time, 18? Your first seminar and nailing it was awesome. Sophie, thank you for doing this.
Thank you so much. It was fun.
And that is a wrap for another weekend with Brand X. Guys, if you have any idea or want or inkling of wanting to work with kids, I highly recommend you look at brandx.com, check out what they do, and if there's a seminar near your area, or like you can go to one of their seminars, go to one of their seminars. The stuff that they're coming out with, the new courses they're coming out with, all the stuff that we found out more about today, which I'm not going to tell you now, but like it's coming out and they're going to be releasing it, is going to be epic. So make sure, like if you're into kids fitness or into work, or you work with teens, you need to understand who these guys are and what they can do for you. Okay, so hope you enjoyed the vlog, and I'll see you in the next one.